Superbugs. I'm sure you've heard of them, but if you haven't, it's the media's term for multi-drug resistant bacteria. And these bacteria, they infect your bones, your blood, but most commonly surgical wounds. But you don't just catch these bugs from hospitals anymore. You can catch them from anywhere or anyone in the environment. And in 33% of cases, they are fatal. And the worst part is that these bugs are resistant to almost all of our bacteria, from amoxicillin, our most widely prescribed antibiotic and first line of defence, right through to our most potent antibiotics. Now, vancomycin, which is a big guy up here in the corner, he is our absolute last resort when dealing with these superbugs. And unfortunately, there's a new superbug on the block, one that is resistant to our last resort. And bacteria normally have a protein, and this protein gets turned into a protective cell wall for the bacteria. Vancomycin will bind to that protein and stop it from becoming a protective layer. And this weakens the bacteria and leaves it susceptible to lysis, which is cell death. And these vancomycin-resistant bacteria, they change the chemical composition of their cell wall. They change a nitrogen for an oxygen, and this causes vancomycin to be repelled from the protein rather than attracted to it. And as you could guess, this makes vancomycin ineffective and clinically useless. And this is a really scary thought, because we don't have a last resort anymore for these bacteria. And this is where my project comes in. My project is specifically targeting these superbugs. And I'm doing that by making a vancomycin mimic compound, like this guy. And then the eventual aim of this is to turn that into something that can bind that resistant cell wall protein. And my spin on this mimetic process is to look at how exactly vancomycin interacts, and each of its atoms interact with the bacterial cell wall. And then by starting from scratch and analysing how this interaction works, I can design a molecule to bind the vancomycin protein, and then go on to tailor that in order to bind the vancomycin-resistant protein, and then hopefully give me a compound which is not only effective in destroying these superbugs, but also cheap and easy to make. Thank you.